Hey everyone, this is Siva from Pickleball Rx. I'm here with Harsha, one of my friends. We're visiting them for the New Year. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. So I gave him Ram Sports Typhoon to kind of test it out and see what he thinks, like initial impression. And Harsha is about 3.5 duper, you know. So this time we wanted to make the video a little bit different. Before we gave our final impression, we wanted players 3.5, 4, and 4.5 to test it out and give their initial impression. Right, Harsha. And Harsha's main paddle is Euro 4. So what do you think about Ram Sports?
So this is, thank you, Shiva. This is, I feel like it's close to Yola 4. I like how this works for both drives and dings. There's not much pop up to it, and the sound from the center is really good. So overall, I kind of like it. As I said, it's as close to Yola 4 as you can get. The sweet spot is large enough that even for a 3.5 like me, if I miss some shots, they don't go off outside. So yeah, overall I like it.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think I was drilling with him and I saw his drives were dipping and they were pretty good and speed ups, it was really hard to counter back. So if you think if this paddle is about $180 and you get like a 20% discount, maybe around 150, 140, do you think you would buy it for that
Yeah,
price?
for sure, for sure. Yeah, no, this is as close to, as I said, Yola 4, and with not that much price point, and works very well. Yeah, no, I have no complaints.
Okay. Can you believe this is a 14 millimeters, which is a thinner paddle than Eula?
Oh,
Eula is 16.
Oh yeah, no, I did not even notice that difference until you pointed out. Maybe that's M 3.5.
Surprisingly, the amount of control you get from 14 is pretty good, as equal as 16 that's why probably he didn't notice it. Anyway, thank you guys. This is Shiva again. We wish you guys a happy new year. Hi.
Happy New Year.
All right. Well, we took the Ram Sport paddle out today into one of the public courts, and here we got Jenna. She's one of our 4 female players here on the courts.
According to Duper.
Well, anyways, what paddle you been playing with, Jenna?
This one.
She's been playing with the 1.24 Alpha Pro
Plus.
elongated shape.
Elongated.
You bet.
And today we let her use the Ram Sport. We just got this out of the box here. So thankful Rams for sending us this paddle. It is a 14 millimeter. It's elongated. First impression, what do you think?
I really liked it. It felt really natural when I stepped out into the court. This is probably just something with the grip, but it's much thicker grip, which is really good for, I have had elbow issues in the past, so I feel like that'll really come in handy.
Yeah.
It's very smooth, I guess is like the best way I can describe it. Like getting up to a ball and like just putting just a little tap on it and the ball just right over the net. I was like, yes, I meant to do that. Thank you, paddle.
Yeah, for sure. So you don't have to do a lot. It just does it for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very helpful.
So really easy to pick it up and just play with it.
Yeah. I didn't even hit my first drive really was my serve. And I was like, oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. If you had to pick up each paddle and had to make a choice, what would you pick?
Honestly, I could like close my eyes and just randomly pick one because I like them both a lot, but don't tell 6'11", but I really do like this one. I would like to play with it a little bit more and give you a take 2 and see if my opinion changes or how many more games I win or lose with it.
Yeah, keep it up to date. Okay, cool.
Okay, so this paddle is, let's say, I think it's priced at $180, and then you get a 20% off. So that brings it down to 140, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Would you buy this paddle at that price, 140 to 150? I know the market is too, right? Like too many good paddle.
Bad person to ask about price because my husband just buys a paddle and
It's been buys it.
and then when he doesn't like it, he gives it to me. So I mean, he probably just pays whatever the full price with a discount. Yeah, I think for sure he would buy this for 140. We could ask him too.
Yeah, but overall, first impression, easy paddle to use.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's nice and it's sharp looking too. So added benefit. Us girls care about that.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right. So we gave Kolby a try with the Ram Sport paddle here. Kolby's like 4.5 plus, without a doubt. Really good player. So tell me what you think, Kolby.
I definitely like it. It shapes the ball really well. It's got solid power. I think if you added a little bit of weight to the sides, it would definitely increase the sweet spot, add a little bit of power, a little bit of plow through whenever you hit your strokes. But whenever you hit center contact, whenever you're whipping the ball, it's got great shape, solid spin. I really like it. It plays really well. It's really fast in the hands and very whippy. It allows you to shape the ball however you want, do whatever you want with it. So
I know you been playing with that core paddle. What were you away? I mean, first impression wise
first impression for like
versus a coral. What do you
the
think?
coral, definitely more powerful, definitely a little bit more poppy. Lighter for sure, much more customizable. If you wanted to add weight, you could. This thing, I barely add any weight to it. It's really heavy. So I like how light this one is. It'd be very customizable. If you want it heavier, you can make it heavier. I'm sure that would definitely add to the power, add to the plow through, especially on your flicks and rolls. But definitely more customizable. Plays a little bit harder, hits the ball harder. You gotta have a little bit more control, especially on drops. You gotta be able to shape them. But otherwise, I like it a lot. It plays really well.
Yeah.
So, also good paddle.
All right, cool, man. Well, thanks for trying it out.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Don and Siva back again with another paddle review. Today we're reviewing the Ram Sport Typhoon, the 14mm paddle. And before I begin getting into the way it plays, I want to ask Siva about how to come about this company and how we got our hands on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people like in the USA don't know anything about Rams. I've never heard of this paddle. Apparently this has been in market for more than 2 years, 2023, 2024. Yeah. Oh, so real big in Asia, mainly China. So, remember the PPA, which happened back in October, November, that time period, September, October, November, where our players like Ben Johnson all went to play in Vietnam and Malaysia. Yeah. So I've seen some of these Asian players, and there's a guy by name Thomas Yu. Man, that guy has swag. I mean, if anybody don't know who's Thomas Yu, please go watch his games, in YouTube. He's a left-handed guy, super cool dude, a lot of swag. So that's when I first saw this paddle. This guy was using it. And then there were two other women players, Yu Shi Hu or something. And then there's another lady, from Australia. So they were Nicole. They were using this paddle. And there's another Netherlands player, but she mainly plays in Australia, Roos van Ree. So these were the players using this paddle. Like I looked at the paddle and looked like they were getting amazing topspin drives, and then they weren't swinging too much, And then the graphics looked pretty cool. You're right. And none of them added any weight. I couldn't see any weight or anything. They were all playing stop. I was kind of like, okay, let me look at it. And then apparently, when I looked at a website, like Ram Sports, I typed in Google, they have a website. So you can actually buy this paddle in the USA. It's...
Oh, nice.
So I've reached out to the company online, like, hey, I've sent them an email right before Thanksgiving. Remember our tournament we were conducting December 13th? I've reached out to them. So during holidays, they didn't get back to me, but then they reached out to me after the holidays. And I got to speak to the owner, the guy who's the CEO of this paddle company. Super cool dude. Like he told me all the story about, how they started this paddle company. So apparently he and his couple of friends were in Hong Kong, sitting in a bar, and then this suddenly came across, hey, this pickleball is just booming. Why don't we just, start a paddle company? And then that's how it all started.
Hey, the best ideas come from bar talk.
Yep. So 3 dudes, and apparently they're all Americans. So like 3 American cool dudes sitting in Hong Kong in a bar started this. So the Ram starts for, I think, their names, the first letter of their names, Richard. I'm not pretty sure like about the other 2 words, but it's their name, Ram. So now they've gotten into, they have a facility in Shenzhen where they, conduct tournaments and all that. And they have apparel, gear. They have some pro sponsored mainly in Asia.
Oh, so look at the whole nine, like clothes, hats, bags, and paddles. The whole nine. I see.
Yeah, when I talked to the owner, it was super. I talked almost for 1 hour on the phone. This dude is so interesting, and he told me that they know all the paddle manufacturers, most of the paddle manufacturers in China. So what they do is they take their pros, for example, Thomas Yu or the other ladies, and they take them to the manufacturing unit and let them customize their paddle.
Oh, wow.
They said like they had to try 50 to 100 models to get to the ones they like, their pros like. And they listen to their pros, So that's how this all started, and that's how these paddles were like, introduced to me. So they sent us a couple of demo paddles and then their balls as well. Their balls play similar to Franklin, but we are now playing with Lifetime. So it's a little bit different from Lifetime. I got it. So that's the background story of all this.
I
you know?
see.
So
It's something kind of have the pros insight into like the paddle they want.
yeah.
And how the shape is. I see. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the way the owner described me how the paddle is made is they take them, get 50 to 60 models, and then let them try, and then tell them what they think they need, the sweet spot, or the power, or, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And as you could see, these are all legal, right? Like this is USA Pickleball approved.
Yeah, for sure.
So this one is, they have two signature paddles. And one is for Thomas Yu, and another one is Yu Chi Shi. I don't know how to say it, but but
I see.
they're really good players. I
Yeah.
mean, so that's the background story and how we got it.
Got it.
So let me ask you now. Like, I know you played with it. What's your main paddle? Like boomstick now, right?
Yeah.
So Don plays with boomstick, and I gave him this. We drilled for almost an hour today, and then I think he got some games before. You're about 3.5, right?
Yep.
3.5. Doing a good day. Don is 3.5 on a good day, 4 and above on a very good day. So, what do you think about this paddle? I mean, it's a 14 millimeter paddle. Like it's been ages since we played with something like 14 millimeters. So, what do you think? Go one by one. Like, what do you think about the power? What do you think about the sweet spot, spin?
All right. I mean, coming out of the box here, I didn't expect much. I never heard of Rim Sports. I was like, oh, here comes another cheapy paddle. But no, not the story at all. Totally different tune after playing with the paddle. You pick it up, it feels good, it feels balanced. Compared to the boomstick, which I was like, it's not as gritty as the boomstick. And I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit more poppy, being a 14 millimeter, but it actually surprised me of how you can really control the ball. You can really shape it. You can really mold it. As you can hear, one of our other players that tried out Kolby, and he's a 4 or 5, at least plus, and he had the same thoughts. And I was shocked that you could do that on a 14 millimeter. So you're getting a ton of spin, even though it doesn't feel like crazy grit like the boomstick. You could really shape the ball how you want it. So positioning was super easy to control here. As far as power, it has plenty of power. My drives were still diving. They were still, I wouldn't say as hard as the boomstick, but it ain't far behind it. It still spun and sunk down on my drives. Reset super easy to control with the paddle. I mean, dinking felt easy. I mean, there's no weight on this thing. All I did was, just fast over grip. Yeah.
Yes, to know.
Straight out of the paddle. And you could pick this up and start playing. Great paddle overall so far from my experience.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like when we were drilling with Don, his drops were like really good. I mean, usually he struggles sometimes with a Selkirk, sometimes the boomstick because of the power, the poppiness. His drops are a little bit on the higher side, but with this, they were low, right deep into the kitchen. Yeah, so I couldn't really take them off the air. And if I tried to do either the ball is going out or was popping,
Oh, yeah.
So I think his drops really improved and his wings were crazy good. Like, they were dipping low. I think this paddle is really good with even like the lifetime ball again,
Oh, yeah. I mean, with the lifetime ball, man, the pace, I felt the pace was going. Like,
yeah. So, I mean, I've tested, as you probably, talked in the previous videos, I've tested more than 100 paddles. We pretty much tested, most of them in the market right now. And really not a lot excite us anymore. I mean, so that's why we thought this was, way interesting and cool. The things, I mean, I played with obviously. So my main go-to is Eula 4. So I'm going to compare that with this, I think the starting off, I like the sticks, cool look. They have this green color.
yeah, and definitely a nice, clean looking paddle.
And the best part I liked about is the grip. Man, the grip is a little bit wider. So I don't like the narrow grip. So I mean, kind of sits. I like that feeling of plush. So whenever you hold the paddle, it absorbs the vibration, right? The grip is wide. It absorbs your vibration, doesn't strain your elbow and all that other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about the core. He said like it's a proprietary core, and they don't want to talk about it, so that's fine. But then the grit is crazy. I think even though like Don was saying, there's not much of grit on the paddle, you could see. I think it absorbs the ball, and you get it from the dwell time. Yeah, is what I think. But it's your shape it. You could feel it. Yeah, I can see lifetime ball, man. Whenever you are driving it, I could see it like completely dipping. Like you're shaping the ball very good. So this is again one of those paddles where I think I can play stock. I don't need weight. Yeah. After Eula 4, this is probably the only paddle I think I can, play with stock. So overall, it's a very cool paddle. And I think regarding the price, it's about $180 right on the website. I think they have a Christmas kits and a paddle with a little bit more pop and spin and control and grip more than Eula 4. Yeah. So, I mean, for that price. So after the new year, they do have a discount code for us. I think we'll put it in the description. I think it's PBRX20. So you get 20% off. So we do also make some commission out of it, which will help us with, it's supporting it. Yeah. So we do get some kickback as well. So it would really help us if you guys can use our code as well. So that's it. I mean, that's our honest take on Ram Sports. Yeah. Typhoon, Gen 3. I think they do have a full foam paddle coming up soon. I don't know when. Something interesting, So yeah, to look forward to. Right?
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks guys for checking us out. Make sure to leave a like, put a comment down there. Ask us any questions and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can there. But overall, great paddle. Rem Sports, you guys did a great job on it.
All right. Thank you guys.